Welcome to our second joint seminar with TOKU during Corona pandemic days. I am Emin Özdamar, working at Japan International Cooperation Agency and voluntarily working for Turkish-Japanese Foundation. As I mentioned last week, I would like to repeat again for the newcomers. Since 2016, as JICA and Turkish-Japanese Foundation and with help of Hyogo Prefecture through Hyogo Turkey Friendship Fund, we have been organizing various activities on disaster risk reduction, mainly for students. Well, I would like to invite my distinguished friend, Minamitani-san, who kindly coordinated this seminar in Japan.
This seminar is organized for the purpose of giving the kids the confidence to communicate with foreigners. So that's why we are not focusing on the quality of English very much. I would like to invite Dr. Nejat Bora Sayan, who is the chairman of the Turkish-Japanese Foundation, as the opening remarks. Please, thank you so much.
Dear students, distinguished teachers and the participants, we as a Turkish-Japanese Foundation would like to express our appreciation for your participation to this meaningful event. I also would like to thank you, Mr. Ukura, and the JICA team for their kind support to realize this important seminar during COVID-19 pandemic days. And we must acknowledge Hyogo Prefecture that they financially support us through Hyogo Turkey Friendship Fund to realize disorders-related activities. Dear students, you are doing very important activity during these difficult days by conducting cultural as well as educational exchange. You are creating new path on friendship and solidarity between two countries.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Nobuhiro Ikuro, Chief Representative of JICA Turkey Office, for the opening remarks.
Both Turkey and Japan have a history of suffering from earthquake damage. In Turkey, earthquakes above magnitude 7 occurred in 1999 and 2011. Japan has had a magnitude 9 earthquake in 2011 at the Tohoku region. We, JICA, have been conducting a series of disaster education programs in Turkey since 2011 by sharing Japanese experience and know-how. Today, Turkish students and Japanese students will share your experience and knowledge of disaster prevention to all participants.
First, I would like to invite the Turkish students for their presentation. Okay, Ayşe Sıla, please unmute your microphone and start the presentation.
I will give you information about Turkey's vulnerability to disasters. I hope you will like it. Turkey is a country with the different climate and geographical landforms. Having such a structure brings about diversity in natural hazard-induced disasters. Disaster frequency of Turkey. It shows the distribution of disaster numbers according to disaster types. Disaster in terms of the number of people affected. The number of houses demolished by natural hazard-induced disaster in Turkey. In Turkey, 86,802 people died in the earthquake, and 597,865 residential life between the years 1900–2017 was heavily damaged.
Hi everybody, my name is Kübra. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Kütahya. I want to tell you some of disasters in Turkey and measures taken to protect against disasters. Let's start. Some big disasters in Turkey. Now I will talk about a few disasters, the big ones. First of all, earthquakes. This is a list of earthquakes in Turkey. including any notable historical earthquakes that have epicenters within the current boundaries of Turkey or which caused significant effects in this area. This list is incomplete. 1999 Gölcük earthquake, also known as the İzmit or Marmara earthquake. Our education curriculum has changed after the Marmara earthquake, which has occurred in 17th of August in 1999. The shock had a moment magnitude of 7.6. The event lasted for 37 seconds, killing about 18,000 people and left more than 250,000 people homeless. AFAD, Turkey's common power of disaster times concept with the activities of disaster management plans, performs, directs and coordinates. Bursa Disaster Training Center. Bursa Disaster Training Center, earthquake, storm, several lodos, fire, landslide, flood, etc. It was established with the aim of keeping disasters through experience and surviving the disaster with minimum damage. School-based disaster education in schools. School-based disaster education project was implemented by the Ministry of National Education and Japan International Cooperation Agency between 2011 to 2014 and 2018 to 2020. Turkish Japanese Foundation, JICA, and MEP have been organizing disaster training programs for the secondary school students by utilizing outcomes of school-based disaster education project since 2016. We also took part in this training program from Kütahya, together with students from Muş in 2018. Throughout this training program, we learned very useful information and had experiences about disaster while having fun. Also, we studied disaster education through our school subjects like science, social science, geography, history, physical education, math, and English.
I am İrem Albayrak. I am 15 years old. I am from Van. Disaster profile of Van. Earthquake. There are so many active faults in our area. Our area is very risky in terms of earthquake. Disaster history. Avalanche in Başkale, February 2020. An avalanche fell on February 4, 2020. This date is very close to today. One earthquake, 2011. The one earthquake occurred in October 23, 2011. It was a terrible earthquake with a magnitude of 7.2. It started at 1:41 in the afternoon and lasted 25 seconds. There were so many aftershocks then. 644 people were dead. 1,966 people were injured. 252 people were rescued by the help of international teams, including the Japanese team. In Tohoku earthquake in March, our rescue team went to Japan for help. In one earthquake in October, Japanese people came for help immediately, so we love Japan and Japanese. Atsushi Miyazaki, he was a Japanese volunteer in Van. He and his teammates sacrificed themselves for us. Unfortunately, he was on the wreck while staying at a hotel by an aftershock. He was rescued after 13 hours. He was so badly injured that he lost his life on November 9, 2011. Disasters are maybe forgotten, but solidarity and goodness are always in our mind and heart. A school named by Atsushi Miyazaki after his death. A street was named Dr. Miyazaki for his memory. A Japanese park named Atsushi Miyazaki was opened. Thank you, Japan. Thank you, Atsushi. Turkey will miss you. Rest in peace. I was 6 years old in 2011. I was playing with my brother and cousin outside in our garden. We didn't know anything about the earthquake. Luckily, my family and I weren't hurt. The things that happened after the earthquake was more devastating than the earthquake for us. We stayed in tents. It was very cold. Later, we moved to temporary houses after shocks were occurring so frequently.
I am Ahmet Yusuf. I am 12 years old. I am from Van Erciş. Disaster risk reduction measures at Tanzania. Emergency escape route is defined and emergency exit signs are checked regularly. All the cupboards and basic furniture are immobilized. Emergency exit plan is pinned on the notice boards in classes. We have 2 firefighting equipments at each floor. Extinguishers are regularly checked. Evacuation drills at Tanzania. We have an unannounced evacuation drill on October 13, International Disaster Reduction Day. We have an unannounced evacuation drill on November 12, International Disaster Preparedness Day. We have a national evacuation drill either in the earthquake week in the first week of March or in the Civil Defense Day on February 28. School-based disaster education activities, May 2019. We hosted JICA and Turkish-Japanese Foundation participants in May 2019. We learned about kinds of disaster. We learned how to act correctly in disaster times by playing games. We learned about first aid. We watched an educational puppet show. It was very enjoyable. Our teachers did a disaster education training. Our teachers did a first aid training. We hope to see them all again. Thanks for watching and listening.
Hi again. Kütahya's vulnerability to disasters. Location of Kütahya on the map. Temporal and spatial distribution of disaster incident between 1979-2008. Kütahya is one of the most important earthquake regions of Western Anatolia. For this reason, 2 large earthquakes took place in Kütahya alongside small earthquakes. These are Gediz and Simao earthquakes. Simao earthquake. An earthquake 5.9 magnitude lasted for 20 seconds at 23:15 in Simao district of Kütahya. An earthquake of magnitude 7.6 occurred on March 28, 1970 at 11 p.m. in Gediz, which lasted 6 seconds. 3,500 houses were completely destroyed, 800 people died, and 520 were injured in the earthquake. There is an earthquake memorial monument in Eski Gediz.
Thank you so much. As Ayşe Sıla introduced, we have surprise for you. That is traditional shadow theater, called in Turkish as the Hacivat and Karagöz. We use every tool, such as puppet, shadow theater, game, etc., to make the disaster training enjoyable and memorable. I would like to invite Master Alp Eren Aydın, who is joining us from Bursa province, the old capital of the Ottoman. Okay, hands for Master Alperen, with your permission.
My name is Alperen. I'm 18 years old, and I'm going to high school, and I will be talking about Karagöz shadow puppetry, something information.
Karagöz'üm, bak, we have friends from Japan. We have friends from Japan. That's why we have friends from Nihon. Nihonji Karagöz, Nihonji. Allah Allah. Ne diyor bu ya? Ya Karagöz'üm, Japonya'dan arkadaşlarımız var işte. Allah Allah. Öyle mi? Ya Karagöz'üm, bak ben çantamı hazırladım. Çantası ya, Allah Allah. Acil durum çantası. Acil durum çantası. Emergency pack. Emergency pack. Acaba tell me, what is acil durum çantası? My dear Karagöz, acil durum çantası is emergency pack. Acaba peki bu çantanın içine neler koyabiliriz? What we should put in emergency pack? Maybe food, water, radio, clothes, lamp. Yes, Karagöz. Ben o zaman peki çocuklar için ne koyabiliriz acaba? What we should put in emergency pack for children? My dear Karagöz. For example, chocolate or candy. Çok kafam tutun. Bu ne ya? Ya Karagöz. Yani drop, cover and hold. drop, cover, and hold. Ne diyor bu ya? Ya Hacivat, tell me, what is çök kapan tutun? Ah, my dear Karagöz, çök kapan tutun is drop, cover, and hold. Hacivat, tell me, why çök kapan tutun? Ah, Karagöz, because for earthquake. That's why, because for cishin Karagöz. Demek öyle he. Allah Allah.
How many times have you experienced big earthquake so far?
The most recent biggest disaster in our country is the 1999 Marmara earthquake. More than 17,000 people died.
My name is Chihiro. I'm 13 years old. Do your family decide on disaster prevention?
I am 15 years old. I'm Hacer Karabacak. We should be aware of disasters and be ready for them.
Merhaba. I'm Yuna Mata. I'm 13 years old. I will introduce disaster drill and useful items. I experienced the Great East Japan earthquake 9 years ago when I was 4. And there was a big earthquake in Miyagi in June 42 years ago. So we have disaster drill in June around Miyagi every year. I will introduce what we do in school disaster drill. When we have earthquake in school, we hide myself under the desk. After earthquake stops, we start to go to schoolyard.
Merhaba. There are many earthquakes in Japan. The city of Sendai, where I live, suffered the Great East Japan earthquake about 10 years ago, and we had damage from a tsunami. When tsunami hit our country, I was three, and I don't remember it, but I have seen. Like this. My family talk about it when next great earthquake occurs. We promise we will meet together at the junior high school near our home. We usually preparing 3 things. First, put a flashlight at each bedside. Second, don't placing large objects on our heads. And last, open the door quickly. There are many emergency hoods in my house. This time, I do like to show that. This is the cup noodle that Japan proud of. This is very delicious. Yummy. This is a packet of curry. It is also delicious.
About disaster prevention education in Japan. Evacuation drills. Japanese schools do evacuation drills every year. Experience facility. There are facilities where you can experience earthquake and fires. In Yamagata Prefecture, where I live, there are cars where you can experience the earthquake. Earthquake simulation section. Smoke section. Firefighting training section.
My name is Chihiro. I'm in the 8th grade. I'm 13 years old. I'll talk about evacuation drills for disaster prevention at school. Last year, 4 evacuation drills were held at my school. Evacuation drills are conducted for earthquake and fires. In an earthquake, evacuation drills first hide under a table. After the earthquake has stopped shaking, I often listen to broadcasts that convey the situation. Then put on a white cap, cover my mouth with a handkerchief, and evacuate. This is the white cap actually used at school. This is my name. At the time of evacuation drills, we are aware of the slogan, O ha shi mo. O は幼い。はは走らない。しは喋らない。もは戻らない。O means not to press. Means not to talking to people. Not to run. She means not to talking to people. Mo means not to returning.
Merhaba. My name is Miki Nanashima. I'm 13 years old. This time I would like to talk about disaster prevention ideas that I consider. Fukushima experiences the Great East Japan earthquake. Therefore, we are thinking about what we can do because we have experienced the disaster. For example, developing emergency food that is unique to Fukushima City. So far, I've been thinking about emergency foods for children, vegetarians, and halal food. I want people all over the world to come to Fukushima with peace of mind. I would like to ask the Turkish people to cooperate. I am thinking of a network that makes the most of Fukushima City. The network that makes use of the Fukushima City likeness. That we consider is not a stocking of emergency food and tents in one place. It is to display. In this way, I would like to think about disaster prevention idea. I also want to go to Turkey. That's all. Thank you very much.
I have a question. Is there any avalanche disaster in Japan? Is the threat in your region?
There are avalanche disasters in Japan. I go to Zao fasting in winter, so be careful. Thank you.
Hello, I am Çağlar. I am from Kütahya. I am 15 years old. Could you please tell us where do you conduct earthquake drills other than schools?
We do emergency drill at work, region we live.
What do you think, which one is more dangerous for you, an earthquake or a tsunami?
Her answer was depending on where you live. And she is living a little bit far away from a coastline. So that's why her region, her area is not exposed to tsunami risk. So that's why her region is really concentrating on earthquake risk, because earthquake is resulting in demolition, collapse of a building or some infrastructure and so on. Okay, thank you very much.
Could you please tell us, do you have any fair or contest for sharing ideas and projects about disasters? Thanks.
There are contests to share ideas and projects to boost the community, but there are not many disaster-only contests.
Konnichiwa. I am Zeynep Özgür. I have a question. Has an earthquake occurred in Japan recently?
最近なんですけど、先月の月末ぐらいに小さい地震なんですけど、ありました。
Okay, last month she experienced a big, not big, but normal earthquake, frequent earthquake.
Do you think your school building and your home safe enough for an earthquake?
I think the school is the safest place. Considering the large earthquake of the past, the building is strong enough.
Hi, I'm Students-7. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Iran. I have a question. How do you make disaster education enjoyable in your schools?
私はこのような防災のハンカチを持っています。それでなんかいろんなことが書いてあって。
First answer was she's really enjoying disaster education if she can experience some seismic simulator or shaking table and so on. So that's why she really loves experiencing somehow disaster at the museum. And the second answer was she's holding a handkerchief on which there are many advice and something we need to do when disaster happens. So by carrying those handkerchiefs, she can learn so many things from those really attractive material as her belongings.
Hello, my name is Ahmet Deniz Alataş. I am 11 years old. I am from Van. Where were you in the last earthquake and how was your reaction?
東日本大震災が起こった時は停電して暗くて怖かったし、あとパパが仙台の方にいたのですごい困ってたっていうのを覚えてます。
Cevabı şöyle, arigatou gozaimasu. O zaman ben çok küçüktüm, elektrikler kesildi, tamamen karanlıkta kaldık. Dolayısıyla karanlıklar içerisinde ben korktum. Aynı zamanda babam da Sendai'ye gitmişti. Dolayısıyla baba da Sendai'de olduğu için bulunduğu yerler arasında mesafe var. Onun için oldukça sıkıntılı bir dönemdi diye cevap verdi.
Our presentation has been done and the Q&A session also has been closed. And then now we are moving to a closing session as Emin Bey instructed us. I would like to invite Mr. Owe Shinichiro from Hyogo Prefecture, Paris office. じゃあ、大江さんよろしくお願いいたします。
Hi. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak here today. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. I will make my speech very quickly. Yeah, honestly speaking, I'm very impressed and moved with all presentations from Turkish side and Japanese side both. All speakers explained the facts concisely and expressed their opinions very clearly. I think they are very wonderful, great. And we, Hyogo Prefecture, also had experienced the big earthquake in 1995, 25 years ago. And there were huge damages and a lot of people lost their lives. So currently it is an important issue and challenging for us. So how we can hand down the lesson learned from the past disasters to the next generations. So all students here, please remember the natural disaster will happen again when we forget about them. And the last but not least, I appreciate everyone who dedicates to this event. Thank you for listening. I will give you back a microphone.
Thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu, Mr. Oe. Having this occasion, I once more would like to acknowledge Hyogo Prefecture's kind support and cooperation. I think most of you know Oda Sensei. I know Oda Sensei is very active, very busy in this region, but he has also been kindly supporting our school-based disaster education project. さて、小田先生から結論レマークスをお願いしたいと思います。Now, I would like to invite Dr. Oda for the conclusion remarks. 小田先生、よろしくお願いします。
Hi, merhaba everyone. I am Takashi Oda from Sendai. I'm speaking from our campus in Miyagi Prefecture in Sendai. I am originally from Japan. Time is 6 p.m. here in Japan, and I think it's noon in Turkey. Right, so it's lunchtime for our friends in Turkey and dinner time for us. I was actually having a snack here. It's a Turkish chocolate that I picked up last year in my office. So first of all, thank you very much for your excellent presentations, both from Turkey and Japan. It was very impressive, informative, including the one theater presentation from Brusa. I appreciate that too. So as mentioned, you know, Turkey and Japan have a long history of friendship. And also we share common disaster risks such as earthquake, tsunami, flooding, and landslides. So last year I had a chance to visit Turkey twice, and I was able to speak to teachers there who are very passionate about giving their students opportunity to learn about disasters. So, and the passion is also shared with educators here in Tohoku as well. Your achievement is very significant, particularly because you made it during this global pandemic crisis. When your school is closed or postponed, it is very hard to keep up with the regular normal life. But you learned a lot using the technology such as this, and you learn from each other today. I have one simple request to the students who participated today. Please share what you learned today from each other with your friends who didn't participate today, or with your family members, you know, your parents, grandparents, or whoever, and just have a small conversation about disaster preparedness that might or that will encourage your, people around you to take some action. So
thank you very much. Last week, Turkish students gave us very surprising gift to us by singing a song. So that's why this is our opportunity to give you back, small gift to Turkish students from Japanese students. Okay,
Hi everyone, my name is Sakura Minamitani. I was living in Turkey. I'm gonna tell about Paprika. Paprika is a song of Japanese people.
Okay, so thank you very much. We are going to sing the song whose title is Paprika. This song was made for Olympic Games 2020. However, behind there is one rumor. This song was made for like a requiem, to pray for the peaceful world after the disaster in Tohoku region. So that's why we chose this song as a gift delivered to Turkish students today.
I would like to express our appreciation to, especially to Ambassador of Japan to Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Akio Miyajima, who kindly participated in the meeting and also expressed the remarks in our last two meetings. I'm really very much appreciated. If the ambassador would like to say a few words, I'd like to invite while expressing our heartfelt the gratitude to the ambassador. This is big encouragement with us. Also the JICA chief representative, Mr. Ikura, always participating in our activities.
Thank you very much for that wonderful workshop for online meetings. I really appreciate it. I'm also very moved. I hope the kids will continue to learn each other and also work together. And as I said last time, think and act globally. The world is bigger than your own country, or Tohoku, or Kütahya, or the Ushak, or Van. And Turkey and Japan, not only just to doing something inside your own country, maybe that you can work together to do something outside Turkey and Japan. Future is yours. We count on you. So thank you very much for today's very, very wonderful presentations. I learned a lot and also I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu, Miyajima Taisha. Thank you very much for your really encouraging words. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Dear students, again, you made us relieve with your passion and voluntary participation and hard work while you are at home for more than 2 months. You jointly did very good activity during Corona pandemic days. I would like to congratulate each of you for this meaningful work. Before closing the second Tohoku and the fourth one with Japan, after holding 2 sessions with 2 seminars with Hokkaido at the beginning of this civil initiative at the beginning of May, I wish everyone to have a nice and bright future, good health, and corona-free normal days. Thank you and bye-bye. Thank you so much.